Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Getting to Know Me podcast. And this is homelessness, living in our car, day one. This is pretty unexpected. But I just wanted to make a podcast about it. So, yesterday, we packed up thinking we were going to California because of a pretty intense memory. And I think it was a trauma response. And so now I'm back in reality, living with the consequence. The actions of whoever that is. I don't know which alter it is. It might be a Dominic, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we're in trouble. Living in your car, it's definitely a different kind of life. We've done it before, so that's why I think it's an alter. Sorry, didn't get much sleep last night. It was our first night in our car. It was really fun because for a while I really thought we were going to California, but then there's like this huge push to stay where we're at, so we ended up driving in circles. We drove in like a 40-mile radius, literally just in a circle. But I don't know, it's kind of the life you lead. At least our life we lead. Living in our car. So, some tips if this is you and you're listening to somehow stumbled upon our podcast. I think tip number one is stay in hotel parking lots. That is number one. Do the best you can to utilize the resources in whatever area you're in for the homeless. Unfortunately, the city that we are in doesn't have much. I actually called a phone line for homeless, and it brought me in a circle, so that was really cool. It was like a 10-minute circle. So there's something about circles lately. Literally went in a circle in a phone line. Like they transferred me, and then it transferred me back to the same place I started. So that was pretty unfortunate. But for me, it was just a sign that it's not what I needed at that moment. So instead, I decided to do our little trick and trade, which is the hotel parking lot. And some hotel parking lots you have to be careful. Some of them don't allow you to, but some of them leave you alone. So that's what I did last night. Went to bed at like I think like 10, and then woke up about 4 hours later, and then I drove around, and then I got a few more hours of sleep. It's not a problem sleeping in my car, honestly, based on arrangements, but I just don't know what I'm doing with my life, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. That's the problem. Like, the problem isn't being homeless. The problem is being with myself and homeless. You know, that's what I'm learning in recovery is I have to learn to live with myself. I think that's the hardest part, is that I don't like myself. And I don't like myself because I'm not where I think I'm supposed to be career-wise, and I don't think that's a good reason to not like yourself. So I'm just gonna sit with that today because I got a lot of time on my hands for sure. A lot of time on my hands. So I think officially lost the job because I can't go to work now because I'm homeless. Because I have a dog and I can't just leave her in the car. And there's no way of getting rid of the dog over my dead body. So here I am. I'm gonna go fall asleep in another parking lot for a little while and then probably brush my teeth, go to a park. Highly recommend. That's the second tip, is public parks. Utilize public parks. It's a really good one. Luckily for me, there's some really good parks in my area. So if you utilize them, it's got a bathroom. A lot of them even have running water, which is really helpful. Another good resource is libraries. Highly recommend libraries. Utilize that resource as well. You can charge your phone usually, or just go in and get some work done. Utilize Wi-Fi capabilities, all sorts of stuff. So those are all the tips I have for today. Oh. I'm gonna try to sleep for a couple hours over here in the dark before the light comes up. So this is probably going to be an ongoing podcast, so sorry for the intermittent pauses, but yeah, that's where I am right now. And whew. Okay, this is part 2. I just got a little bit of sleep, which is good. Highly recommend sleep if you're homeless. And now I just focus on my basic needs. So I need to find a way to get water. I need to find a way to brush my teeth, shower, and change my clothes. And I think that's the goal for the day. And then try to MacGyver a way to get dog food to stay cold. I think I have a way. So I hope you're all having a good day out there. That's our life right now, and we're not complaining. It just is what it is, and hopefully we can get our life together soon. But thanks for tagging along for the ride. I think that'll be all I have for now, and then I'll come back and check in towards the end of the day. All right, we're back. Welcome back to the Getting to Know Me podcast, homeless edition. This is day 1. And so I did brush my teeth. I figured that out. I just did it in a parking lot with some baby wipes, some toothpaste, and that made me feel a lot better. Currently still trying to figure out how to shower. But I got dog food. I got some food. I went to Target and got some really cheap protein shakes, the meal replacement, just to have at least one of those a day. I'm really low on money. I have about $500 in my account. If you want to help us out, we do have a GoFundMe linked on our YouTube channel. If you go to the main page, it's right underneath. So if you want to help us out, let us know. If you go Anonymous Beats 8 and you go to our channel, you'll see that there's a link right at the top under the banner that is for our GoFundMe, and if you could help us out, that would be great. Just trying to make it right now. So far it's been really peaceful, I have to say. That's the one good thing about being homeless, is the amount of time you have on your hands just to like chill. So I'm probably going to do some art today. Probably going to make some music in a parking lot. And get some beats up, man. Start posting stuff. So we'll probably post this one today, so you guys can hear it. Hi out there, all you listeners. Thanks so much for following us and tagging along on our homeless journey. Let's go. But yeah, I'm doing really good. Pretty upbeat. I'm pretty excited about the future, what it holds. I'm hoping some things come through, and if not, we're headed to California or Connecticut. I don't know. That'll be quite the adventure, but I'm going to wait it out a couple days just to see if we can make life work in the city that we live in. And if not, we're going to head out. So just kind of pausing and taking some time, and probably going to hit a meeting. And yeah, I just really want to say thanks so much to all you out there listening. And with that, I'll probably wrap up this episode. Stay tuned for day 2 of being homeless. Day 1 so far is going really well. I'll probably keep updating it. It's still the morning time, so you'll probably get this by the night time. But yeah, so just wanted to check in, and so far doing good. Getting some channel work done in the meantime, and gonna make some music. I got a nice little parking lot spot. I'll probably get my keyboard out and just start playing. And stay tuned for that if you're here. Cool. Alright, see you guys later.